Hello again everybody and welcome back to Startropics. Today there's a boat in our way and we can't just submerge under it because the game has different plans for this chapter. We're here in Bellcola and they kind of worship this guy Captain Bell, or they're named after Captain Bell, and that ship that is blocking our path is actually Captain Bell's. If you're wondering why there's a fucking boat there, well, the story apparently is that there were pirates once and Captain Bell heroically sacrificed his ship by just placing it there and the pirates couldn't cross. You'd think they'd just sink it, but I guess not. But yeah, this chapter is actually quite good as opposed to the previous one, which was just... I didn't even have a dungeon. Just walking around, grabbing a lighter, setting fire to some wood, and then I guess we had to dip a letter in the water. But yeah, that was the best part, honestly. But yeah, this is the last time we will enjoy this. Talk to everybody in the town, and then talk to the chief structure. No secret, no chat. Of course, we can just talk to him again and say yes, and because he's such a damn fool, he'll believe us. Okay, so we got a valuable hint that we need to go find some Peter so they can help us. Now, who's that Peter, you might ask? He's right here, he's a damn parrot. No secret, no chat, no... well, no gift, no chat. Now, we have to find a gift, I suppose. And yeah, every time we enter Sub-C from this point forward, we will be able to enjoy Rob the Robot telling us something about not knowing where Dr. J is, or knowing where he is, or no... we'll see, we'll see. We're moving now to find the gift for the parrot. This whole trip here is honestly... I know, it's just busy work, it's just an errand to run, because what we have to do is go into this house, talk to someone, then go back to Peter. And yeah, he's a fisherman. He probably just took a wrong turn somewhere and ended up here and couldn't find his way back to Tuna Cola, because I don't believe for a second that he just voluntarily set up camp here instead of hanging out with his brethren. But yay, a worm. Let's just go on and hand it to Peter right away. But it's not as simple as that, there's more to it. Do me so far, do me. That's our hint. Just keep that in mind. I mean, it's gonna become relevant in just a second anyway. But you can try and figure it out until then. And yeah, there's a bit of a slight dick move here because one of those tiles goes 2 ways, or 3 ways rather. In any case, we're now in some kind of building dedicated to Captain Bell, and there's a giant organ with Captain Bell's name on it. So, do me so far, do me. That's do, re, mi, fa, so, la, and the last one's T. Now, we need to, of course, Like, just input the right sequence of notes. It's not too hard if you happen to know that do, re, mi, so and so on is just actually musical notes. That the first one is called do actually kind of helps a bit, but that's the only real hint you get, aside from do mi so far, do mi. Because all of the other keys are just dot dot dot, and that doesn't really help a lot if you don't happen to know the scale. Back in the day, I actually needed the help of my mom to solve that puzzle. Not just because I couldn't even read back then. Because I was a crazy kid, I played games like Dragon Warrior without being able to read, let alone read English. But finally, there's a dungeon. It has a bit of a secret right away, because it wants us to have the Morning Star, even if we die and respawn with 3 hearts. It's that nice to us, if we can, of course, find that secret there, which, at this point you should, because, again, normally when there's a hidden passage, there's a bit of a darker patch of grass right in front of the wall. Not always, though, as we will no doubt learn. I mean, I guess you already saw one of those instances, but hey. So this dungeon is more centered around traps than combat, as you can see here. And some of them are, well, let's just say that they can easily get you. There are some combat rooms too, of course, but mostly it's traps and mild puzzle element type deals. And here we just get to choose our own path, and oh my god, it's a try your luck sign. I'm so happy right now. Let's see if we actually gain or lose a life this time around. You can either lose 1, like here, gain 1, or gain 2. I don't believe you can get 3, at least I've never seen it. You really kind of have to know where the spears will come, because if you don't jump at the right time, they'll probably hit you. Alright, so this room is interesting. There's like just holes that you can drop down to. And this room will go by really quick, because the lower right stairs are the correct ones. Every other set of stairs will put you in a position where you fall right back down again. Because this is the only path to actually progress. Ah yes, another one of those rooms, and this one can be really scary if you don't know where the switch is. The game isn't exactly a dick here, because it places the switch near the door. But you don't know that when you come here first, and oh yeah, bowling balls! This bowling ball rolls across the entire room, even the parts that we can't see. It goes off screen, so to speak. Which is quite cool. And I get ghost tunnel flashbacks because now we have a mirror. Only instead of whiz ropes or dim hacks, as the game calls them, it's now like skeletons. Or I forget the exact name, I think it's called Pirate Ghoul or something in the manual. Which is actually the final enemy type that is revealed in the manual. All the others are just kind of elsewhere. And while I could go back and... oh. Well, that's a bit of a dick move, isn't it? I think I mentioned that like 2 videos ago, even. But yeah, it's been pointed out to me that you can actually just jump on a spot without moving forward on these ties that submerge as you step on them, and you'll be fine. But I didn't know that at the time of this recording. Plus, it's not really relevant anyway, because if you can jump back and forth, it doesn't matter. Might make things slightly more complicated. And another old friend, the baseball bat. There's no required use for this one, of course. It's just a nice little extra for you. But the mirror is something that you need to progress, and well, the rod of sight is as well. However, we found it, and the thing is that by the time you need it, you probably forgot all about it. Ah yes, so this is the green bowling ball. He rolls exactly within that room. Like, there's a reason I'm pointing this out, but it's not immediately obvious. How do I get there? I wonder. I knew this, of course, ahead of time, but I forgot how to access that path. Don't worry, I'll figure it out again. It's not that hard. I'm kind of glad that we're done with these submergible tiles. The ones that automatically submerge, that is. The ones that submerge when you step on them, they're fine as long as they're at the start of the room. Alright then, now we will cycle back, because this is a big circle we can go into. To the right there is where we found the Rod of Sight, and in here, in fact, there's no real way to enter this door down there, so we really kind of gotta, you know, do this. And all that just for medicine. The medicine, of course, is incredibly useful, actually. I just happened to get through here without getting hit, or, well, I barely got hit. But if you do get hit, it's really valuable, because it lets you just get back your Morning Star. And yes, of course, there's another one right here. If you don't know exactly how to time this beforehand, you'll probably get hit by those things. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. And you can, of course, run right into those. While it does seem a bit random, they actually move in a line towards you. And this is a trap. They want you to jump there and die. And here's their purple, pinkish bowling ball. It rolls to the edges of the screen. So there's 3 bowling balls, and they all look differently. Well, kinda. The green one doesn't really have any pattern that's different from either the red one or the blue one, because it's just in a room that is 1 screen wide. But yeah, the blue one rolls across the entire room, the purple-pink one only, you know, to the edge of the screen, and the green one is there, it exists. Alright then, we're already at the end of the dungeon. What we gotta do is just get up there and do something. with that mill or whatever it is exactly. What I'm assuming is that that floodgate kind of just does something somewhere, so... Well, we'll see in a second. I'm not sure how it makes sense exactly, but... Maybe someone can enlighten me. As we listen to God Save the Queen. Wow, we've done it. We've sunken that ship. Which is what the pirates should have done in the first place, but... I guess they didn't wanna. But now, we can actually move on, and as these villagers bid us farewell, so do... fuck it. See you next video. In the teleporter maze.